Attention! The following message regards a possible threat to the general public as of June 12, 2024. This is not a test. Repeat. The following message regards a possible threat to the general public as of June 12, 2024. This is not a test. This message is brought to you by the Pangean government, and your safety may rely on the information in this message. Please stand by. It was just discovered that a large extraterrestrial object is heading toward Earth, thought to be either a large stray moon or rogue planet. It is currently outside the inner asteroid belt of our solar system, but is traveling toward the inner ring of planets at an estimated speed of 85,200 kilometers per hour, 170% the speed of the Earth. If this object enters the inner ring, these planets, including our own, may be threatened to be impacted. It is predicted that the Earth will not collide with the object, but all citizens are required to take the necessary precautions in order to ensure their safety, considering the object traveled so close to our planet without even our top researchers and observatories noticing. These precautions are the following. First, find a group of other people you know and trust and stick with them through this event. Next, you must take shelter in any safe underground bunker that is available to you, and never leave the company of your group. You should make sure to have enough food, water, heat, clothing, and medical equipment to tend to each person in your group for an undetermined extended amount of time. All group members should pool their resources together and distribute them with rationality between each individual. If you live alone, consider contacting a nearby relative, friend, or neighbor, and attempt to join them in a group for your own safety. If an underground bunker is not immediately available to you, local governments will be broadcasting contact information for enrollment to public bunkers that are supplied with enough resources to last a family of 3 months. However, bringing any additional resources are encouraged if your group has to rely on this option. Space is limited, and governments are already working hard to keep up with expected demand, so please have patience. These steps should be taken as soon as possible, and any extra time should be spent collecting further resources. We also ask from the public the following. Do not panic. Breathe. Remain calm and collected. Act with logic and maturity. This event will more than likely not impact the Earth as it is on the opposite side of our Sun, and researchers are collecting as much information as possible to learn about the object's properties and further safety precautions. This message was brought to you by the Pangean government, and will repeat every half hour to make room for local bunker broadcasts in your area. This is not a test. Repeat. This is not a test. Your life may be in imminent danger, and it is required that all Pangean citizens give their attention to this broadcast. Please stand by for further information. The Continental Government has just been informed of a shocking discovery from several observatories across the map. The now determined to be stray moon, 85REND0205, has crossed the inner asteroid belt into the inner solar system, and has collided with the neighboring planet Ogle. Although this collision was too far to initially involve itself with Earth, the impact has thrown Ogle toward the Earth, and what remains of the planet as well as Rend can now be seen from the surface of Earth during the day. This mass is expected to greatly interfere with the Earth's orbit, and all known life is in danger. Remaining in your bunker is your greatest life support in this time, and anyone outside a bunker should attempt to get to one immediately. If you own any type of uncommon plant or animal, you are permitted to include them in your group in an effort to preserve life on Earth, but any common household pets or plants are to be left behind. This message is not intended to induce panic, and your greatest help to this situation will be to remain calm and collected. This message is only intended to provide information. The gravity of RENDOGLE are already pulling on the Earth and its surface. Do not go outside. Repeat, do not go outside. Do not get too close to the sky. Stay at as low of an elevation as you can. Lay down flat and cover your head with your arms. Do not jump. Do not let go of the ground. This message Warning, warning, this is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. This message is brought to you by the Pangean government. It appears the unexpected has happened, and the Earth is out of orbit. Repeat, the Earth is out of orbit. Communications and infrastructure are damaged across the globe, but it has been confirmed that RENDOGLE did not collide with the Earth at any point, missing the surface of Atlantis City by a mere 8,000 kilometers, just outside the Earth's atmosphere. Mathematicians and simulations predict that no objects should interfere with the Earth from this point on. However, we are currently hurtling away from the Sun at several thousand miles per hour. As the surface calms after the gravitational damage, it is advised that surviving groups send out select individuals to leave bunkers at this time and travel outside to collect as many resources as possible to then return to the group. If you are selected or volunteered to scavenge for your group, remember to bring a heavy jacket and warm pants, and mark your path as you travel. Many places around the world are unrecognizable after the mass earthquakes. However, sunlight is still abundant and ecosystems are still intact. It will appear that the sun is shrinking in the sky over the next months, and as we drift further, the surface will get colder and darker. Make use of the sunlight that still hits us, as every cooling second the planet is as warm as it will likely ever be again. As you traverse the surface, beware of aggressive or unpredictable wildlife as ecosystems adapt to the lack of light, photosynthesis, and sense of time. Common biomes will be now discussed in terms of their changes with a shrinking sun to inform you of what to watch out for in your area. Firstly, grasslands will become uninhabitable quickly due to the loss of mass photosynthesis via grass, which produces breathable oxygen as a byproduct. Grasses will begin to die out, and food for herbivores will in turn decrease. Confused animals here such as foxes, rabbits, deer, cattle, and even stray cats are showing signs of aggression without food and a solar clock and should be avoided carefully. Forests will see similar effects. However, larger animals such as bears, wolves or bobcats being rabid will make forests more dangerous for people, with the catch of supplying the most oxygen and wood for fire. Deserts will see a sharp decrease in temperature because of their dry climate, and life here will die quickly of a lack of water as it freezes. Along the equator, while deserts supply little to no useful resources, swamps and tropics such as rainforests will persist for the longest amount of time out of all ecosystems, as the moisture in these areas insulate them and promote plant growth even as the globe cools, but this will not last for more than a few months. In general, citizens of Pangaea are to stay away from any animal, including pets and livestock during this time, and act with intelligence in collecting resources respective to your biome. Engineers are attempting to stock up on and improve sources of energy in the meantime, such as strong winds as the Earth's rotation changes and what remains of our non-renewable fuels such as oil and coal. We ask people to conserve energy as much as possible in order to extend the lifespan of our species as much as possible. Good luck to all groups on your scavenging and survival. Remember that we are all in this together, and to never lose hope in this difficult time. Pangaea will see the light of day again. Attention all Pangean citizens. This is not a test. Repeat. This is not a test. Sometime in the past day, the Earth has drifted out of the solar system entirely. Almost all life is gone, and those who are left are encouraged to make the most of the time we have left. As a last resort for survival, it is advised that any remaining survivors travel outside regularly after collecting any container such as buckets or large pots to fill with as much snow as possible. This snow contains 21% oxygen, parallel to our previous atmosphere. This snow can then be returned to your group or bunker, and can be melted over a fire or other heat source to vaporize into breathable air, or melted into fresh water. Our government has fallen, but the Pangean will has not. As the worst continues to come, and our kind dies out, remember to live your remaining time in dignity, pride and honor to have seen the end of the earth, and to have shown incredible qualities as a Pangean to be here. We wish all listeners the best of luck in our final moments. We will now attempt to resume broadcasts across all channels and radio frequencies once more, in an effort to provide a sense of normalcy and solitude to those left. This has been the final message released by the Pangean government and its people. May we rest in peace.
Essentially it means that society, government, communication systems haven't been invented, but repeated by humans.
So, can you maybe sum up what your current theory is? Into the camera here, please.
Well, to be honest with you, it appears a lot of the history of Earth is just iterated by human beings. Sol was not this planet's original sun. These recordings prove that the apocalypse happened long before the separation of the last supercontinent, Pangaea. However, it also proves that we, human beings, were not the first intelligent species on planet Earth. We're the aliens to our own home.